Hey everybody, welcome to Creating a Brand Identity. I am Melissa Nagy and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Today we're going to discuss everything about brand identity. Branding is one of my personal favorites and I'm so glad to see that you feel it's important to you as well. Today we're going to go over a couple different things. We're going to go over exactly what is brand identity and branding. We're going to go over the importance of branding to your business. And then lastly, we're going to discuss how to create a strong brand identity. Once you've completed this process, you'll have a strong foundation for your brand itself. This is something that you'll be able to tweak and grow upon as your business grows throughout the years. But having this strong foundation is integral to any branding process. But I can't wait to get the process started with you, and I hope you share some feedback with me afterwards on how it goes for you. And if you have questions at all, please feel free to reach out. Let's get started. So what is brand identity? So many people think it's just the logo, but it's so much more than that. Yes, it includes the logo, but it's a set of unique characteristics that help identify your brand to its audience. That includes the logo, colors, the typography and fonts that are used. It can include the tagline and the overall messaging. It's the whole visual profile of your brand itself. A strong brand identity helps customers remember and recognize a brand when they see it. Hopefully, it also creates a strong emotional, positive effect with them as well. Take, for example, Kleenex. It's a tissue company, and many people just call their tissues Kleenex just because of that brand recognition. It has been so ingrained into us that even if you don't buy Kleenex brand, you probably still call it Kleenex. Or Xerox, for example. Anytime you're making a photocopy of something, you typically say you're Xeroxing it. That's brand recognition right there. A few things you can do to create a strong brand identity is to create your brand's mission and values. Every business has a unique set of mission and values. This is what guides your whole business. The beliefs and principles behind your business are the driving force. Everything around your business should be focused on this. As you build your brand, your messaging, your colors, everything, the mood, the feel, it will all be based upon the mission and values. So taking the time to stop and think about exactly what your business stands for, it will make a big impact in the long run. This is everything on how you're going to present your products or services, to how you treat your employees, how the whole staff is run, your customer service, and everything will focus on this. Your mission statement, on the other hand, is a short and concise message that describes the purpose of why your business exists. Having and understanding your business's values and mission is so important for a couple of reasons. One, it helps you stay focused. It keeps you on track. When you define a clear message for your business, then everybody knows the direction that they're heading. And you can keep checking back in to make sure you're going down the correct path. They also attract and retain customers. Customers love working with businesses that share similar values. They see eye to eye on something and they hold that true to their heart, and they're going to keep coming back and hopefully even refer people to you. So find something that you believe in, stand by it. You can't please everybody. So it's best to just sort of niche yourself. You might not want to go too narrow of a scope, but find what you believe in and stay true to that. Defining your values and your mission is something that takes time and a lot of thought. This is something that you might get started one day, come back to it in a day or two, and you keep thinking about it and building upon it. Something that I would start doing is brainstorming. I love making those spider webs or lists. I'm a big list person as well. Think about your business. What's important to you? What do you believe in? These are common things that your audience will hopefully identify with and relate to. So start building and branching off, even if it's just a couple of words or statements that you believe in. You might see something as you're walking down the road or watching a commercial. It might trigger a feeling inside of you. Jot that down. Build this list and we'll come back to that. Is your business flipping things on its head? Is it looking at it from a different light? Are you solving a different problem for your customer base that somebody else might not have thought about? Or are you being philanthropic? Are you helping out the community or trying to give back, cleaning up the environment? What is your stance? You need to think about this and think about how it's going to relate to your audience. Who is your audience? Are you targeting moms? Are you targeting athletes? Are you targeting the teenage group where the expendable cash is? Who is your target audience? What problem are you trying to solve for them? And how are you solving this problem? Once you have your list of values, narrow it down to a couple of really important values to you. This will be the focus of your messaging. You won't want your entire list or your entire spider web of thoughts. Just grab those core values that are really hitting home with you and stick to that with your messaging. Take, for example, maybe you're targeting moms, busy moms with kids in sports. And so time is really important to them, but so is getting them and all of their gear to their athletic events and their sporting games and their practices. But what's really important to these moms is making sure they're feeding their children clean, healthy foods during these crazy, hectic times, or providing them, their siblings, with clean toys that are eco-friendly. And so you need to speak to the importance of their time. You need to speak to the importance of being healthy, eco-friendly, environmental. All of those things come into play. So think about your audience on that granular level and what message do they want to hear? Where are they looking and what's most important to them? Get that to relate to your business and find that common ground. And then you can start building upon that message. Now that you've put all that time into the values and mission of your business, it's time to write your mission statement. This should be something that is clear, concise, memorable, and speaks to who your business is. This is just a short little sentence or two that describes exactly who you are. Now that you've created these steps, you've created a strong foundation to building your brand, but you need to remember to review your value and mission on a regular basis. Maybe set up something on an annual or biannual calendar so you remember to just check in, make sure you're on the right path, and then also see if your business is growing, maybe your mission and values are also changing and might need adjusted. But this is something that will keep you on track. So you need to keep checking back in with it, making sure that you, the business, and the message are all on the same page. Now we can look at how you want to be seen by your clients and customers. We need to identify who your target audience is so we can understand what message we want to send to them and how we are going to write this message. If it's going to be all visual, more wording, more text, are you going to be advertising on the internet, or are you doing print advertising? Maybe you'll be on podcasts or commercials, websites. So identifying that target audience is key here. We're thinking very broadly right now, and we can always come back at a later date and bring our thoughts in, narrow things up a little bit. But don't try to please everybody. Niche yourself a little bit and focus on who you really want to attract. This is the main goal right now. Now let's focus on your strengths. Why do customers keep coming back to you? You must be doing something right, so let's focus on those strong points. Remember, we can't be good at everything, so what do you want to be known for, and stick to this. What sets you apart from your competition? And remember, competition doesn't always have to be bad. It can be good, so don't be afraid of competition. It helps to push you a little bit harder and think outside of the box a little bit to retain your customers and make your customers happy. Now let's get to the visual profile. This is the fun part for me. This is all visual. This is your imagery. This is your logo, what people see and think of you immediately when they see it. So if we think of brands like Nike, Target, Starbucks, we initially think of their logos. They pop into our head, but It's so much more than a logo. If you think about Nike, for example, and their swoosh, or Target with their bullseye, a simple bullseye isn't going to evoke any feelings out of you. But when you see or understand that that's the Target bullseye, all of a sudden it has meaning to it. Same thing with the Nike swoosh. A little checkmark swoosh doesn't make you think amazing athletic shoes. But once you have that connotation to Nike, all of a sudden it has a different meaning. This is what we're trying to build with your brand. So how have these larger companies come to this point with their brand? It's been through a series of imagery, colors, and their fonts, but it's also been their messaging. The messaging plays a huge role in this, and that can be anywhere from their website to commercials and advertising to the box and containers that they sell things in. It all comes together to create a memorable message that evokes feelings of strength and classic feelings, things that make you want to come back and continue shopping or buying their products. Now you need to create a story like these brands have, where all of the pieces will come together and formulate the story that your brand and your business can stand behind. Here's a little exercise for you. Let's think of 3 adjectives that describe your business or how you want your business to be seen or remembered. Your adjectives could be anything from happy and bright, carefree and fun, to moody or modern. It could be inviting. So think about your adjectives and what you want to describe your business. This will help create a consistent message. Now let's think about the colors, fonts, and imagery for your brand itself. Now remember, we're just brainstorming, so you can be as clear and concise or as general as you want. Let's just get our thoughts out on paper, and then we can narrow things down from there. Now remember, creating a good foundation creates a clear message, which makes a strong brand. This will help keep your audience coming back and hopefully sending referrals your way. They'll be excited to help your business grow. Now grab all of the pieces from your brainstorming process that touch the core of who you and your business are. Combine these pieces to help create a style guide and a color palette for your business. Everything will revolve around these 2 pieces as you move along to building your logo. So now you can start sketching out your logo with those key pieces that you have pulled and built off of your color palette and your style guide. Rearrange things, draw things out in a different manner, and see what works for you. Feel confident with your new brand. It will help your business stand out from a crowd. Strong brand identity is a valuable asset to any company. It increases your brand awareness, builds customer loyalty, and boosts sales. At the beginning, this whole process probably seemed a little time-consuming, and you might have been wondering if it was all worth it. But if done correctly, it will last a lifetime, with a few tweaks along the way to reflect the growth of your business. But now you have a great foundation to keep a strong brand, and now you can focus on running your business rather than working it and providing the best customer service to your clients and the best products. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you learned a couple of things and went through this process. If you did, I would love to hear about it. But if you still have questions along the way or need some assistance, please feel free to reach out to me. Either way, I would love to talk to you and learn more about your brand. One of my favorite things is watching businesses grow. I have had so many startups that started off with nothing in their back pocket, and now they've turned into strong brands that continue to grow and amaze me. So please feel free to reach out, and I hope you have a great day.